Good afternoon and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces all day today, guys. I was thinking it was Monday because yesterday I didn't make dinner. I didn't get any yard work done or anything like that because I went with my mom and my aunts for breakfast yesterday. So I was completely thrown off. Yesterday to me, I don't know, it just feels like it didn't actually happen. It feels like it's actually I don't know, there's that happening, but it was so not my normal schedule that I feel like it wasn't a normal Monday or anything like that, which is why today all day I felt like it was Monday. I got so much yard work done today, guys. My legs though are killing me. Seriously, I don't know what it's from. Honestly, when I was little I always thought it was growing pains or something like that, and I've had it, but I feel like it's they get really sore if I'm on my legs. But see though, it's really more my feet. I don't really know. I think it's almost that restless leg syndrome or whatever it is. I've never actually looked up the symptoms of it. I just only saw commercials for it when I was little for the medication or whatever. And I've never even heard of it ever again since then. But I always felt like it was actually that, because especially when I'm laying in bed, I can't stop moving my legs. They hurt if they're not constantly moving. If I'm leaving them in one place for too long, or if I'm sitting somewhere and I feel I constantly have to stretch them and stuff like that, or they just feel super sore. I think, and it's mainly if I'm working out a lot, or if I was running or walking a lot, and it was just on them all day. I was digging stuff up, so I was constantly hopping up on the shovel and then digging the stuff, and then oh my gosh, guys, on top of that too, it was so hot out today. It was actually only 85 as a high, which wasn't super horribly bad, but it was so humid out, guys. Honestly, I don't remember the last time I sweat so much that I ended up with sweat in my eyes. Yeah, honestly, guys, it was really bad. I actually had to get a towel and start blotting sweat off myself, which is disgusting. Honestly, guys, it has been I've been really good about working when it's cool out, either in the mornings, or else I did some work actually then too again in the afternoon. But I ended up, our garage, the garage flower bed that's back there, I ended up actually digging up all of the rocks that used to be there, and there was also apparently a ton of what's it called, bricks that were actually there that we used as the divider for our flower bed. And so I dug all of that up, which I had to dig about 6 inches to about a foot to actually get all of them up out of there, and then ended up having Matthew fill it in with all of the rocks that we were going to put in the bed. So all of that got taken care of. I also ended up digging out 3 or 4 tree stumps that were in there, little tree stumps. They weren't very big, but there's one that's in there that's actually still pretty big that I couldn't get out, and I was just way too hot and sweaty today that I couldn't do it. So then after that, I took a shower, everything. I did a load of dishes, and I also made dinner and stuff like that for tonight. But then after all of that though, me and my mom actually ended up going to to Walmart, and they had tons and tons of plants that were on clearance, because obviously it's towards the end of summer and not a whole ton of people are really planting any plants. And on top of that too, especially the annuals, they are going to wind up, not lasting much longer anyway. It's the end of July, so they were super cheap, 70 cents and stuff like that, or $1.50. So we ended up getting 4 of those for the window box in our by our driveway, which is in our garage, it's on our garage, right above the bed that I had just done. And then we also got some perennials that we're going to plant in the flower bed below the one right next to the what's it called, the garage that we ended up doing. So I'll possibly show you guys that one soon. That was actually not at all what I had planned on doing today. I was planning on weeding out the just the flower beds, honestly, guys, because I woke up a little bit later today. I got a late start to my day. It seemed like it was taking me forever. Like, feeding the dogs seemed like it took forever. Like, all of a sudden, I was like, it was 11 o'clock and I was outside. Normally, I've been outside by like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning sometimes. But it was like 11 o'clock today that I got out there. So I was not out in the yard until kind of later, which is why, again, too, I was out there at like the peak of the hottest point in the day, out there working until about, I think, maybe close to 2 o'clock or something like that. So it was probably about 2-3 hours that I was outside. Jack mowed the grass, and then Matthew, like I said, he helped me put all of the rocks in there. And then we ended up, he ended up taking the weed whacker and weed whacked both the front and the backyard, because that hadn't gotten done when Jack had got the front yard done. And now that he had done the backyard, and now that he has got the backyard done, Matthew needed to weed whack. So he ended up doing that. And like I said, too, I am going to, I was planning on, like I said, getting to just weeding out. Like, there's some little, like, piece of crabgrass that pops up in a couple flower beds. It'd probably been about 2 or so weeks when the last time, actually, no, probably closer to 3+ weeks, but every single time that I've weeded the flower beds now, there's less and less weeds, which is amazing and awesome. So as long as I, like, could probably start letting it go almost a month now without really having to go through it. But like I said, it's like one little spout of crabgrass that like pops up, or like one little sticker bush and stuff like that, but I get to it pretty quickly, and that's nice. But we also haven't gotten a ton of rain lately. Like, it rained this past weekend and stuff like that, and like a little bit here and there, but we haven't gotten like tons and tons of rain where it's just like ridiculous. So I think tomorrow, like I said, that's what I'm going to get to, which was what I wanted to get to today, because again, today was the hottest day. The rest of the days, the next 3 days at least, Wednesday and Thursday is supposed to get cooler. So I think tomorrow's supposed to be like a high of 80, and then the following is supposed to be like high of 77. So it's supposed to get cooler out. So I think that I'm just going to wind up, like I said, getting to just maybe doing some weeding, and then also possibly fix the rocks around the front flower bed. But if I do wind up doing that, that's going to involve me also moving some of the lilies, because I have to get those out of there. So it depends on what I want to get done tomorrow, or if I want to just try and do some work behind the garage and maybe get Matthew and Jack to help as well. Now that we have lawn bags, I can get back to doing some of that weeding, but we have one little sliver left to get done, and then after that we are completely done, which will be awesome, guys. I am so excited. But like my dad was saying, we're probably just gonna like till all the grass, like all the dirt that's back behind there, and just completely start from scratch with everything behind the garage, because there's actually nothing behind our garage that is worth saving. It is a whole bunch of like weed trees, or you know, that's what we just call like maple trees and stuff like that that pop up that we obviously don't want there, and like other just weeds and stuff like that that are back there that have not been taken care of, and just it's all overgrown. There's rocks. Like, we used to have a rocked out area because we used to have, when we had our fence, and then our fence fell down and we couldn't even get back there for a while, so that's why all that stuff, it was like the worst section. But now it is actually like me and my dad walked back there, and I was like, holy cow, like we can walk all the way back behind our garage, which is amazing, up until that one point. But then that's just like right where our neighbor's yard is on the other side, so we actually like got like so much of it done. Like I said, we just have that little bit, so it depends on what we're gonna do. I feel like working on that will probably be easier when it's cooler out, maybe Thursday, but it isn't supposed to rain the next 2 days, and it's supposed to be decently, not super hot, like 90+ degrees out, which is nice. So today was just really humid out, and it was still pretty hot. So today wasn't like the ideal working conditions, but it got done. So then after that, though, like I said, me and my mom got the plants and everything like that, and I planted the stuff in the flower box because me and my dad had gotten the potting soil over the weekend. And then I also too got some succulents, because my project, I was going to plant succulents in my project that I'm still going to surprise you guys with, and was going to do that, but then realized that where I was planning on putting it doesn't get direct sunlight, so it is like more afternoon sun, and it probably won't be enough to really keep them alive or for them to thrive a lot. And so I was like, shoot, I should have thought this through a little bit more before we bought them. But of course, again, luckily they were on clearance because all the plants at Walmart were, so we still got them at a discount. But we are gonna have to try and get some shade or like partial sun. I'm thinking that for what I'm gonna do is just do like or annuals, because I'll probably just wind up replacing them every year. I wanted to do annuals, but I'm not totally sure what to plant there. So yeah, but it's my whole project, guys. I'll share with you guys that. I saw it on Pinterest, and so I'll show you guys what my Pinterest idea was, and then kind of how mine ends up turning out, and seeing if it actually looks good or not. But yeah, that might actually be what I get done tomorrow. Maybe, because I need to spray paint it, and I'll show you guys that. But I will see you guys on tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give it a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.